So my journey for my fascia release therapist comes from the same as probably most people. You're in pain, you have chronic pain, and it just never ends. And you happen to find somebody who does the work. I had knee pain from the time I was 16 through 35, 36, I want to say. And, it got progressively worse as I got older. When you're 16 and they tell you to do physical therapy, obviously you're only going to do it a short period of time because not only are you running around and doing things anyway, but it's not something you want to do as a 16-year-old. But then when I hit my 20s, about 24, 25, the pain became excruciating. I sat behind a desk for 25 years doing process improvement, IT, accounting, payroll, you name it, everything behind the desk you could possibly do. And I was very good at my job. And sitting behind the desk, you would think, okay, well, you're not on your feet, so your knees shouldn't be bothering you. But by the time I hit 30 years old, I would literally come home in excruciating pain. And I would spend hours icing it. I hated taking painkillers. I hated the way it made me feel loopy. I didn't like the feeling. And then to fall asleep for the rest of the night was just nothing that I wanted to do. So for the most part, I just kind of sucked it up. I just dealt with it. Take a pain pill when it got so bad that I was crying, then of course, you're going to take a pain pill. The doctors also, after MRIs and years of it and checking x-rays and this, that, and the other thing, would always just say, well, there's a little arthritis in there. You have to wait until you're 50 or 60 and then just have your knees replaced. That was their solution. That was the option, which is very discouraging in a lot of ways. However, when I found someone who did myofascial release, I actually went to them because I woke up one day in excruciating ankle pain. I didn't do anything to the ankle. I didn't sprain it. I didn't do anything. I know what I've done in my life. Obviously, I didn't twist it or anything like that. But, of course, the doctor assumed that I did it and just made me wear a boot for a few months and then sent me to physical therapy. The physical therapy place that they sent me to does myofascial release. And so after, they were working on me for about a week or two, I voiced my concern with it. I was like, I don't understand. I didn't do anything to cause this. So why does it happen? And the person said to me, well, it's not your ankle. It's not your knees that you've been having problems with for years. It's the pulls that are going on within your system, within your hips, within your chest, within your head. And all these pulls are putting you out into different patterns of rotation, and then it's pulling everywhere else. And so for you, your symptoms and your pain is presenting in the knees and the ankle. So going through myofascial release treatments, doing, home stretching and strengthening and things like that to kind of correct these pulls within the system has taken away my chronic pain. I no longer have knee pain. Occasionally, I'll have an ankle pain flare up, but I've learned through the time of doing this work that flare up occurs because of one or two reasons. And the knees may hurt for one or two reasons. I'm wearing heels, which I love heels. I have walls of shoes. It's a beautiful thing. But they're terrible on our body. So wearing heels will aggravate, from time to time. Not always, just depends on the heel and what I'm doing. But one of the biggest factors, especially with the ankle, is emotional stress. I realized it more when I lost my son in April of 2017. The emotional stress of that would create a lot of inflammation in my pelvic floor, which then caused my ankle to hurt, which then caused my knees to hurt, which then caused my hip to hurt. So it's a pattern. And again, inflammation. So inflammation stirred it up, and I'm becoming inflamed because I'm stressed. I'm stressed out. I'm emotionally stressed. And when I let go of that stress, things feel better. Or I self-treat, things will be better. But if I don't let go of that emotional stress either, then it's just going to resurface again, and really strongly. So I got in through myofascial release for my own chronic pain and how well it healed me. And so it changed my life. And I was already doing the spiritual stuff for several years. And so I changed my career. I left my high-paying job that I was doing for over 20 years to start a new career that is not only rewarding for myself, but I can help others, not only spiritually, but also with body, physical, and emotional pain. So that's why I got into MFR, and I have plenty of stories about experiences. such as how I got over an airborne allergic reaction, and just from reliving some emotional traumas. So there's wonderful videos coming your way. Sorry, cat just knocked something over. So stay tuned.